Alright guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for our NHL 17 franchise mode following the Carolina Hurricanes here, who sit at 11-11, 22 games into the season so far, sitting at a 22-point total. And we are going to be continuing along our simulation in this video. So if you guys are excited to see how the Carolina Hurricanes will do in our next little simulation bit right here, make sure to leave a like. But I have done pretty much everything that we needed to get done in the previous video, where I edited up our prices again. I edited up the lines a little bit just to mix things up a bit. Edited back up our AHL lines a bit as well, just to make sure that they're back on track. And hopefully we'll be able to get some more of our owner happiness in the right direction, because our upgrade and maintain for our concessions will be done, I believe, in 4 days, I believe. Or not the club seats. I think there's like an upgrade and maintain for our concessions, which will be done in a couple days or so. So that'll fulfill our next owner happiness meter. So hopefully that'll be fixed by then. One thing I do want to make sure and try to change before I move on is I want to get to the injury occurrence here. Gameplay sliders. Let's see. Here it is. Injury occurrence. So I'm going to bump this down to like 20 out of 100. Because it was at like 50, I think, or around 40. Yeah, so we're going to bump that down to 20. Don't know how big of an effect that's going to be, but I'm just going to bump down the injury occurrence. Even though that's mainly for gameplay sliders, I don't know how much of a big effect it has on simulating. I would assume it would have an effect on simulating somewhere in there, unless it's able to be fixed in here somewhere. No, it's not. Alright, so we'll just keep the way it is. I'm just going to lower the injury occurrence a bit, because those injuries last time were just way too brutal to deal with. So let us continue along with our simulation here. We'll see how good Carolina does in this little bit of simulation. If not, once again, we're a hope. Our coach, our owner wants us to be a hopeful playoff team this year. But once again, I won't be too crazy upset if we don't make the playoffs. But let's continue along with our simulation here. Let's go past the All-Star break and another 2 months here, and maybe only might do 1 month at a time, but we'll see if we get here. Alright, so Roland McEwen, mild concussion, apparently seems not to affect it whatsoever, but he'll be back in a couple days. Alright, and we're going to start off on the road against Toronto with a 4-1 loss, so it doesn't seem like that is helping Carolina out in the best of ways. So let's make sure we get Roland McEwen back in here. I'll just scratch Gamley, and we'll put McEwen back in there. Boom. Alright, McEwen is back in place, and we're good to go. Continuing along with the simulation. Shootout loss to Detroit. Alright, so we got points in that game. Buffalo is 23 and like 2, I think. So we got points in back-to-back games, which is nice. Can we get a win over Detroit? 2-1 loss. Alright. So, struggles are seeming to occur here in Carolina. We did get a win, though. Trying to make it back to 500. Need to go on a nice little winning streak here if we want to decide to make a little push here at the end of the month to start to climb back up into the standings. So I did make one little roster move as well. I think I took Tyler Johnson off the first pair and put Elias Lindholm or Teuvo Teravainen, I think, on the first line to get those guys some more points, and I put Johnson on the second pair. So hopefully that'll help things out a bit. But we still need to scout the QMJHL, so let's do the Quebec Major Junior League there for 6 weeks. And we had a nice little back and forth road trip there with 3 wins in a row followed by a loss. And can we get back on the winning side of things? We can with a 5-2 win over the Penguins. Alright, and then 5-2 loss to the Leafs. Alright. So once again, we're sitting around 500 for the month again. Can we get a win over the Rangers? That'd be a nice win there. Jordan Staal, MCL sprain. Ooh, MCL sprain is a little bit troublesome. He's on the first line, so let me edit out the lines manually here. So what I want to do is there's gonna be 7 line errors. So yeah, let me take some time here, boys. Let me edit these lines up a bit. I'll be right back. Alright, so hopefully those line changes are fitting right now for the time being, but that's another big loss there, losing Jordan Staal. But looks like we're gonna hopefully end the month here at around 500. Yeah, there's a loss to the Isles. Can we get a win over the Islanders this time? In the home and home, shootout loss. Alright, stop the simulation here for a minute, boys, because our upgrading maintain thing is a little bit under situation here, and we're sitting at 16, 17, and 3. So, once again, we're not looking very well here in Carolina. Okay, so let me do the owner manual. Owner thingies here. So upgrade and maintain. Let's see what we need to do here. Probably needs to be a repair. Yep, team store. So that needs to be repaired. So let's do that. Owner happiness is very, very not happy at the moment. Executive suites need to be repaired again. So let's do that. Run out of budget too, which is not great. Parking lot needs to be repaired. But this will increase your parking capacity by 1. Oh, that's upgrade. Funds remaining. Yeah, I mean, we could probably do it. We're running low here at the end of the year. So actually, let's just keep the parking lot under tab here. So let me see. I can lower our promotions here for the bit. That'll give us some more available funds, because we're not doing any more promotions left through the year, so that'll help us get some more funding. If we go to operations budget as well, player salaries, arena operations, yeah, we definitely need that. Advertising, we can definitely do that, pump that back a bit, just to get some more available funds. Good. And okay, so let's repair the parking lot with those available funds that we just got back, which is nice. Actually, operations budget. We need our arena operations budget to go up a bit more. So yeah, we need to make sure we give ourselves some money there. Let's bump that up to right there, and that should be good. Cool, 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 cool. So I'll give us some more money for arena budget. Okay, so we need to figure out what's going on here. 16, 17, 3. It's not looking too great for us. It's not looking too great for us here in Carolina whatsoever. We're losing games. I don't think we're going to be a playoff team. So once again, let's just make it to the end of the month here. Let's just grind these games out. Noah Haffen, bruised hand, January 20th. Yeah, let's just replace the player. Ryan Murphy can go right in there. 3-2 loss. Yeah, I don't think so, boys. I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too late here for us in Carolina. They're going to have to put together one hell of a winning streak. Justin Falk is injured knee, January 12th. I have to go to roster moves now because everybody's getting hurt. Apparently the injury occurrence didn't mean jack all, because that is how it is. Jake Bean is an 80 right now. Jake Bean is an 80 overall, and he's in junior, right? Can I call him up? Well, I can't call him up. I can call him up. Jake Bean is at an 80 overall right now from playing in the CHL. I can call him up, I guess. I guess so. Yeah, because then if I send him back down, he'll go back to junior, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to call Jake Bean up. Screw it. Let's add up the lines. Because Jake Bean has not been in the lineup at all. He's been in the CHL, I guess, so screw it. Let's do this a little bit of a line edit up together, boys. Let's go. Alright, so the injury bug is still continuing to bite us in the butt here in Carolina, but I threw Jake Bean into the lineup, so hopefully that'll get ourselves back on track, and Justin Falk is available to play. Alright, once again, let me get this back underway. Alright, so those line edits are once again fixed. You guys, now, I'm thinking a little bit here. You guys don't think that Jake Bean might have got glitched a little bit, do you? Because I'm pretty sure he wasn't, like, he's an 81 overall, but we could call him up from the CHL, which makes 0 sense. So maybe Jake Bean got a little bit glitched in our game, and the fact that we couldn't use him on our AHL team was a little bit odd at the moment. Once again, we got 3 wins in a row. Jordan Stahl is back, so I'll continue to talk to you guys with this, but it was really weird that Jake Bean was available to be called up from apparently the CHL, which is very, very odd if you guys ask me. But once again, it's just very, very bizarre. So Jordan Stahl goes back up here. Yeah, Di Giuseppe moves back down. Teravainen will stay right there. Actually, I'm gonna move Lindholm up to the top here, see if he can get them juiced up a little bit, see if that makes any sort of difference. Yeah, I need to make a couple special team edits here. Stahl in for Johnson. You know what? We'll leave Johnson in there because Johnson seems to be a little bit more, I guess, better in that case. And I think I'll put Stahl in for Di Giuseppe on the power play, just to bump it up a bit. We really just need to bolster up this thing. Look at Jake Bean. He's already up to an 84 overall. He's a top 6 defenseman. Holy crap. Jake Bean is getting one hell of a boost from playing up here in the NHL now. That's crazy that he's up to an 84 overall right now. I think Jake Bean is glitched a little bit, boys. I'm pretty sure Jake Bean is glitched in some weird fashion. But penalty kill, yeah, we need to get Stahl back in on the penalty kill. So we'll take Mike Richards off. And we'll throw Jordan Staal back in there. But that's really weird because he just got like a big boost out of nowhere and he's up to an 84 overall, which is absolutely crazy if you ask me. Yeah, so we take Richards back off here. Staal goes back in. Now I gotta do the extra attacker lines. So Rask can find there. McClement, yeah, we need to take McClement off here. Staal goes in here. And 3-on-3, take McClement off here, and Staal goes back in here. And then I think we're good. Goalie's scratched. Yeah, that's all good. Alright, let's continue to roll here, though. So we had 3 wins in a row after losing a couple. Noah Hanifin has returned to the lineup. He now will begin to count against your roster and salary cap. You're over the roster limit. We'll need to send the player down to your AHL affiliate. Okay, so, I mean, if Jake Bean is playing the way he is right now, Ryan Murphy, you are going down for sure. So, let's see. Ryan Murphy, yeah, you're not happy with staying up here anyway, and Jake Bean has magically turned into an 84 overall player from out of nowhere. So, Ryan Murphy, you can go down. He'll be waiver eligible, but that's fine. Let's see if he gets claimed. I don't think anybody claimed him. Yes, he did. Ryan Murphy got claimed on waivers. Well, so there goes Ryan Murphy, but in retrospect, Jake Bean, welcome to the NHL team now. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so we lost Ryan Murphy to waivers. That was probably going to happen. But in any case, Jake Bean is now on our NHL team. So let's do that. Stop the simulation there before we get to that game with Winnipeg. That's not what I wanted because now I have a feeling that Noah Hanifin's going to be upset because he was scratched for a game, as is the per usual with this morale system in the game. Let's see. So let me go to defense here. I'm going to have to scratch like Sanheim, I guess, now. Sanheim's fine because, well, he's a top 6. Yeah, I guess I got to scratch Sanheim for Hanifin in here. Hanifin didn't seem upset by being left out of the game, so that's fine. He's actually a top 6 defenseman, as Hanifin's supposed to be in a role. Just weird if you ask me. But yeah, a bunch of our defensemen are all of our guys are top 6 anyway. It doesn't even really matter other than Falk. So I guess let's boost Hanifin right to Jake Bean's spot. We can let Bean play the 4th, the top 6 with Schuster. Hanifin could go back onto the top pair with Falk. Yeah, we can do that because Bean's an offensive guy. We can still leave Jake Bean on the power play because I think that works out pretty well for us. I'm actually going to move Jake Bean to the top pair with Pesci and Slavin instead. I think I do want to put Hanifin on the penalty kill somewhere. If I take off Pesci, who was better defensively, Slavin or Pesci? Pesci was. So if I take off Slavin for Hanifin, I think Hanifin had pretty good defensive stats. Yep, let's make the change right there. We'll take off Slavin and put in Hanifin on the penalty kill now. Good, good. And we'll just make those changes right there, and we should be good to go to continue along here simulating. Yep, let's continue to move. Continue to move. And I thought my game glitched out there. Okay, well, yeah, it's because I stopped the simulation. So we're still roughly around 500, but we're within division. We're in the division, boys, because I just saw the stat totals right there. Rangers are only like a couple points ahead of us, so we really need to start winning some games here if we really want to make a jump. We really need to go on a winning streak right here, and that win against Winnipeg was really nice. Can we get another one? Overtime win over Minnesota. That's nice. Can we continue to roll here, boys? Columbus 3-2 win. That's nice. Tampa Bay 3-0 win. Okay, that's 4 in a row. I like that. We actually have a really good win streak right now. Okay, there we go, boys. Carolina. That's what I like. Out of our past, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games. We're 8-1 in our last 9. 9-1 in our last 10. Andre Schuster has been injured with a bruised arm. We can do that. Sanheim comes right back in there. And the Carolina Hurricanes have just gone on an absolute tear here at the end of January, pulling off a 1, 2, 3 and 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 1 stretch from mid to the end of January to bump up to a 27, 21 and 3 record here at the end of January. So it looks like all the injuries have kind of made their way here. We're bumped back up to 57 points, 1 point behind the Rangers, 2 points behind the Flyers, and 4 points behind the Washington Capitals. So this division in the Metro is up for any team. It's up for grabs right now. It looks like both of the wild card spots are going to be available in the Atlantic Division, but it looks like we're really clicking right here in Carolina right now in this past little stretch. So 51 games played though. That's the rough thing about it. New York still has 3 games in hand. Washington has 2 games in hand. Philly has 1 game in hand. So that's the downside, is we have much more games played than them. And then if we look at the Atlantic Division, yeah, 59 points and 58 points by the Ottawa Senators are being held by those guys. But the good thing is they have the same amount of games as we have played. So wild card and a division spot are completely up for grabs right now for our team. But we have been hot the past couple games. So right now we're the 14th best team right now in the NHL. Let's continue to check stats here. Goals for per game. We are at goals for per game. Where are we at? We are still roughly around the bottom part here, 22.53. So that's roughly around near bottom 10. Goals against per game. We are at, ooh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth best team in the league for goals against at a 2.41. So that got significantly better. So that's really nice to see. Power play. Where's our power play at? Power play is still down near the bottom-ish. 16.9. Not great. Not great. Power play definitely could still use some more work. And then the penalty kill is at a penalty kill. Where are we at for a penalty kill? Seems like we're in the middle somewhere. Penalty kill probably past Chicago one. Yeah, penalty kill is at 82.3, so that's like right in the middle of the pack. Right off of the middle of the pack. Okay, so once again, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good there. Carolina 14-10-2 at home, 13-11-1 away, 9-1 in the last 10. That's what really just got us boosted up right now. We're probably one of the hottest teams in the NHL right now at the current moment. So let's take a look at the point totals. Not really many players on our team getting points, but it seems like we're getting a lot of point totals in from a lot of places. So Tyler Johnson only with 38 points, Jeff Skinner with 37, Elias Lindholm with 30, Victor Rask with 30. So it looks like we're going to get a lot of guys with above 30 points, which is nice. Phil Giuseppe with 28, Tuva Teravainen with 28, Stepniak with 22, Nolan Patrick with 21. He's already up to an 83 overall, which is very nice to see. Jordan Staal only with 17 points, but in 35 games, so that's roughly around a point every other game, which is nice. McClement with 10, Richards with 10, Burroughs with 8, Stallberg with 6 points in the 18 games that he did play. A lot of the team is minus. A couple players are minus. Who is it? Lindholm, Rask looks like the second line, and a couple of the first liners are negative. That's fine. Defensemen, Falk with 24 and 50, Slavin with 22 and 51, Pesci with 11 and 49, Hannafin with 10 and 42, Schuster with 6 and 51, Bean with 1 goal in 12 games played, and then Sanheim with no points in 45 games played. He's a minus 11, so I'm glad we decided to scratch Travis Sanheim because it looks like he is kind of the weak link of the team at the moment. Schuster is a minus, but once again, he's like a defensive defenseman, so he's going to be out there anyway for a while. But Sanheim is out there right now playing some games. But I'm glad Jake Bean came out of absolutely nowhere, up to an 84 overall. I feel like he was glitched a bit. I really do. But then again, I don't know why we were able to call him up from the CHL. That's pretty weird. I guess since his contract was, I don't know. That's weird. You can't really call up players from the CHL, though. It's weird how we were able to do that. Once again, I'm not going to question it. Bishop has 38 games played, a 2.16 goals against average, 21, 14, and 2. So it looks like Ben Bishop really picked it up a bit. He's up to an 89 overall, so he's really started to pick his game up a very good bit. Save percentage of .927, which is really, really nice, and 3 shutouts. And then Cam Ward has picked his game up a bit. His record doesn't show it, but his goals against average is very good. In 18 games played, a 2.08, 8, 7, and 1. Once again, it seems that Cam Ward's not getting the goal support. .929 save percentage and 2 shutouts. So Ward is really playing good when he has to come in there. Just the team needs to get him goal support, and then Adilac obviously there for injury purposes. But yeah, we're not playing bad. We're not playing bad. We're on a very, very good winning streak right now. We're 10-1 in the last 11 games. Obviously, this can all go to hell right back, but the way we're on this winning streak right now, I don't see any need to change anything right now at the moment, boys. So let's simulate up to the end of this week right here, up against the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Islanders before we get into the trade deadline. So a lot of weekend games coming up for this next couple months. Let's get it going. Let's see if we can continue this hot streak here, Carolina. Let's go. Let's see if we can continue it, or if we're going to get a loss in there. There is another 3-2 win. That's good. The winning streak does continue here in Carolina. The winning streak does seem to continue. All right, so let's go to, where do we want to go to next? SHL has a couple players. The Liga has it. Russia has a little bit. The accuracy of our scout seems to be an A- pretty much everywhere. So let's go back to the WHL again. And once again, I'll just continue to do forwards for 6 weeks. And there's our first loss there. Okay, so Schuster is available to play in the team's next game. So let's get him back in there. Let's take Sanheim off. Again, so let's get Sanheim right out of there. And Schuster gets put right back in his place. And we're back where we need to be. Good. Let's continue. Alright, so there's our first loss there to San Jose in a while, which is fine. And alright, so here come the losses now. We had that big winning streak, so now it looks like losses are going to be with here. Noah Hanfin with a concussion, March 5th. Sanheim gets to go right back in there. Yeah, I'm just going to replace the player. So Hanfin again, and look at that. After 10-1 stretch, Carolina loses 3 in a row. But we do get one back over Arizona. Nestor Sell has been mild concussion. That's fine. That's in the AHL. Not a big worry there. 29, 24, and 3. All right, so we got rid of that losing streak. But once again, we need to get back on the winning track here, boys. A week off coming in here on the road against Carolina. Nestor Sell is fine. We could just go continue. At Florida, we had a week off. And yeah, it looks like we have some ice rust. But we come back with a big win against Philly. That was a nice win there against Philly. We needed that. Roland McEwen has been mild concussion. Replace the player. Pittsburgh, we 5-3 loss. All right, come on, boys. Stretch here before the trade deadline. We need some wins. 6-3 loss and an overtime loss. Okay, that good month of January easily wiped away by a very, very bad month here in February. We won 3 games in February and lost what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We went 2-6-1 in February after going like a very, very good month of January. Not the kind of record I wanted to see there. So once again, good news is Philly is only 3 points out. We're only 3 points away from them. Let's check out the games played here. We have the same amount of games played as the Philadelphia Flyers. So this game against Philly is actually pretty huge. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do an in-game simulation against this game against the Philadelphia Flyers. And I'm going to see if I can edit up my lines. Actually, no, I'm just going to leave the lines as they are. I'll edit them up by the trade deadline comes. So this is a big game for us here. They're up to 69 points right now. So this game actually means a hell of a lot more than we think. So getting a win here against Philadelphia will really show where we're going to stand here come the trade deadline. So first period, 0-0. 7 shots to 14. Second period, 2-1. Good job, Teuvo Teravainen and Elias Lindholm. Braden Schenk does get one back on Ben Bishop. Shots are tied up at 20. Third period, 3-1. There you go. Tyler Johnson gets an empty net, and we get a regulation win over the Flyers. Good job there, boys. Good job. That's a big win there. Big win over Philadelphia to climb back in within 2 points of them in the stand, or 3 points within them in the standings. So that was a good win coming into the trade deadline. So 31, 27, and 4 coming into the trade deadline. Okay, so a lot of decisions are definitely going to need to be made here. So let's do one last little checkup here on the stats. As you guys can see, we do have a game in hand on Philadelphia once again, but 66 points. How far are we away from the wild card? Pretty far away from the wild card. So if we're going to have a chance to make the playoff or a playoff push this year, it's going to be that 3rd spot in the Metro. We're going to have to try to catch Philly, but the New York Islanders are right on our tail as well, tied at 66 points. So a lot of decisions definitely need to be made, but that bad month of February really hurt us. If we had a very good month of February, we might have been able to catch up a bit, but doesn't seem like that was in the tail for us right now. Still in the middle for goals for 2.53. Goals against pretty hurt us that month too. Yeah, we dropped all the way back down to like the bottom of the league. We were like 7th, I think, and now we're all the way back down. We let up a lot of goals in February. Power play, where's our power play at? Power play is still down there at 16.2. That power play needs a jump start of some sorts, man. And then our penalty kill is down low once again, 81. Okay, yeah, 3, 6, and 1 in our last 10. Not great. Not great, not great, not great. All right, let me check the point totals once again real quick. 62 games in. Okay, so 45 for Skinner, 44, 39, 37, 36, 31, 27, 25, 23, 13, 13, and 13, 10, and 6. And 31, 27, 11, 11, 7, 3, and nothing. Okay. And then, whoops, don't want to go to them. Did Bishop or Ward get any starts in there? It looks like Cam Ward got a couple starts in there, but Bishop also still trying to keep us in these games. So yeah, that was just a bad month. We kind of knew that was going to happen, but we're at an interesting spot here in Carolina right now. So let me edit up my lines real quick, boys. Let me edit up the lines real quick, and then we'll go explore the trade market and see what possibly we can do to our team. So let me edit up the lines a bit, because I know I have to change up a couple things on defense for right now. But let me see if I can get things rolling a good bit here. All right, boys, so I edited up our lines once again, made another couple little changes there since we were on a little bit of a losing streak. I'm moving the lines back up around again just to see if I can change things up a bit. So Stahl's back up to the first, Victor Rask is back down to the second, Lindholm's going back down to the second, and Teuvo Teravainen is going back up to the first pair here. Patrick's up to a 83 now, Lee Stepniak's up to an 83 now, which is good. Let's see, Tyler Johnson's still at 87. Jake Bean is up to an 85 overall, so the emergence of Jake Bean is, without question, helping out our team tremendously. 99 for slap shot power, 99 for acceleration, so he's a speedy bugger out there, and his defensive category is really good. So I put him on a bunch of our penalty kill lineups right now as well to hopefully just shake things up a bit, because Jake Bean coming out of nowhere is absolutely crazy helping out our team. So the good thing is, coming into this month is we wanted to look at the trading block is something I wanted to do. So once again, you guys saw where we are in our division right now, so you can obviously show us and tell us what if I could make some moves here at the trade deadline. But I'm going to browse the trading block and see who's actually available here. If there are any big assets that are on the block. Surplus, let me see. So okay, that's just that. So assets on the block is what we're looking for here. All right, Arizona, Ray Emery, we don't need that. We're not looking for goaltenders. We're just looking for anything that possibly might be able to help our team. Ryan Verbata might be a nice addition for that third line, taking off like a Stepniak or taking off a guy like Stepniak and putting in Ryan Verbata for Boston might be a good addition there. 1 year at 3.01 mil. So Ryan Verbata at 85 overall, that might be able to help out our team a little bit. Let's see here, Ted Johnson. Nope, we don't need that. Nope, we don't need that. Vogelhuber, nope, we don't need that. Korpisalo is up to an 87 overall. Okay, Columbus. Don't know why you want to trade him, but sure. Gabriel, we don't need that. A couple good guys here on Detroit. I don't think we need defense. I think we're kind of fine for defense for right now. Riley Sheehan would be an interesting name, possibly. Edmonton, Davidson, Fane, Newberry. Nope, we don't need any of those guys. Masherin, nope. Spencer Watson, nope. Jennings, nope. Al Montoya, nope, we don't need Big Al. Selena, nope. Velarde, nope. Jerry Bracco, no. Strome, no. Anton Forsberg, no. Stoley the goalie, don't need him. Matt Murray, don't need him. Balsers, no. Connor Bleakley, no. Tyler Radish, nope. Rene Bourque, don't need that. Daniel Sedin, maybe. Probably not, though. Ratcliffe, no. And Winnipeg, Spacek, no. Alright, so the only name that kind of pops out to me right now, interesting, would be Radim Verbata from the Boston Bruins. 36 years old, 3.01 mil, contract hit, 1 year left, one-way deal. He could fit in really, really well on that third line, helping out Nolan Patrick, the way I see it. Because then you'd have a power forward and Patrick in the middle. You'd have Di Giuseppe on the left wing as a playmaker. Or is he a two-way forward? I'm pretty sure he's a playmaker. And then you'd have Radim Verbata on the right as a sniper. So that could help out our depth goal scoring a little bit. If I check out Radim Verbata's like defensive category, it's not bad. 85 is good for defensive awareness. Once again, his shooting category is pretty much all over the place. 18 goals, 19 assists so far on the year for, what is that? 40. So that's 2 and 1. Was that 37 points? Yeah, 37 points so far on the year, which is not bad. So yeah, that can definitely be done. We can make a trade there with the Boston Bruins to get in Radim Vrbata if we so choose. And then if we wanted to make any trades, I mean, if we're looking at our team right now, is there anybody on our squad which we could possibly trade? Eddie Lack would be the only name I would think would possibly be able to trade here, but his trade value is extremely low, and I don't think we would be able to get anything back for him. So, other than a draft pick, but I really don't see the need to trade him, because if something happens and we have to make a trade, Eddie Lack is making his way onto our team. If either Cam Ward or Ben Bishop ends up getting hurt, we can't afford that. Defensively, there's nobody really we want to trade. Right wingers, nobody that we really want to trade, but obviously we have prospects to trade if we want to get some assets in. Sebastian Aho's trade value is actually pretty high. Like I said, we have a couple of good prospect guys here with some good trade value if we want to get somebody in, and then centers, nobody we really wanted to trade in here as well. So you guys have seen our team, you saw what we can do, you saw our situation right now in the division. We're a little bit behind by a couple points, but we're right in the thick of it. We are right in the thick of it. I don't know if player morale, I don't know if there's any players that wanted to meet with me either. I didn't check player morale either. I don't think so. I think we're fine for player morale. Yeah, we're good for player morale at the current moment. So yeah, you guys know where we stand in the division. You know what our team looks like. You know how we've been playing the past couple games, because there is 20 games left to go in the regular season, and that month really hurt us, but we did get a big win over Philly, and hopefully we're looking in the right direction right now, because we're pretty much exactly at 500 if you add in our overtime and shootout losses. So let me know what you guys think. Looking at the schedule right there, a lot of Western Conference teams as well. So pretty much our fate is in our own hands here. We have a lot of Western Conference teams here at the end of the season, so pretty much fate is in our own hands. We don't have many divisional opponents. We just need to go out there and win as many games as possible. And a bunch of these Western Conference teams are very tough, and their records are extremely good. It's like teams like Dallas, St. Louis, Vancouver, San Jose. Calgary is good, not really Calgary. Edmonton was not that good. Arizona wasn't that good. Minnesota, I think, was pretty good. No, not Minnesota either. So we do have a couple tough teams that we do have to play at the end of the year, and then we have like 5 divisional games in the last bit here against Jersey, Boston, Philly, and Buffalo and Montreal. So those games at the end there will really be crucial. But you guys have seen where we are. Let me know what you think we should do. I'll make all the ownership adjustments again in the franchise section for prices and all those fun things for next video. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys for our next video when we go into the trade deadline and see, hopefully, if we can make some moves.